Alright, it's Russ from russhowpti.com. Today I've got a full body session for you. This is Rise Against the Machines. Now, let me ask you something though first, guys. You ever found yourself in a basic gym or a hotel gym which doesn't have access to dumbbells, bands, cables, barbells? I know. You know how much I love that stuff. But that doesn't mean that machines can't provide a killer session. In fact, in our old gym, before we moved to Powerhouse, I uploaded this video. If you're a long-term viewer, you might remember that one. That was Rage Against the Machine. If you're not a long-term viewer, hit the button. That's why I do this stuff. Anyway, in that video, I took a gym that had only machines, and I showed you how to get a killer session. Now, we've received a lot of comments asking, have you got any more of that type of stuff? Because I'm in them gyms all the time. We've got tons of them stuff, so today I'm going to give you just one of them. This is a whole new batch of ideas you can use. So if you are trapped in a gym that's maybe not the best, you can still train your butt off. So here's how today's video works, guys. As always, step one, I'm going to run you through the exercises we're going to be using. We've only got 5 of them. Step two, I'm going to explain the method. The method is what makes this session hard. This is where you're going to sweat buckets, you're going to train hard, and you'll see good results if you're consistent with it, I promise you that. And step 3, you get to see me tackle a couple of rounds of it as well, so you can see what it looks like when you're actually doing it. If you are new here, this is the time for you to smash the like button and the subscribe button, because I really appreciate it. And I'll see you in a couple of seconds on the first piece of kit. Alright, so first up we've got an old classic, one of my favourites, the good old-fashioned seated row machine. Most gyms come equipped with one of these. If you're lucky enough, yours will have a chest pad as well. So, there's one thing I want to make sure you get right on this one, okay, because it's the mistake a lot of people make, and it robs them of feeling the effects of this fantastic piece of training equipment. What's the benefit of using machines? If you've been watching me for a while, you'll know that the benefit of machines is that you should be able to feel the muscle working more, because there's less going on, right? I'm able to isolate better. So if I jump in the machine and I had to use momentum like this, which we see all the time in gyms, I'm feeling that in my forearms because I'm holding the bar for a long time, but I'm not feeling this here at all. If anything, I'm just increasing my risk of injury. So, it's one thing I want you to do to eliminate that and to actually feel it working in your back. And that is, at the start of every rep, see what I did there? I just retracted my shoulder blades. Yeah? I went from this position here to pulling my shoulders and chest in a line, and then pulling my elbows back. It's almost like I'm splitting it into 2 portions. Now, even if you just do that, with no weights, with no bar. If you've never felt the muscles in your back work anymore, as soon as you get your elbows back there, you're going to feel your lats lighting up. If you try that on the machine, it might be the first time you've ever felt these muscles working, but that's how you'll want to do it from now on, I can guarantee that. Next exercise, what would a full body workout be without a classic chest press, right? So that's next up. We're going to hit all the opposite muscles. So I'm just trained on the seated row. Now with this one, I want you to pay attention to your shoulder positioning on this one. It's important not to come too far back. You see that there? If I come too far back, I've got to scoop that rep out, putting my front delts under too much stress. Under too much stress. So I'm only allowing my elbows to come as far back as I can comfortably get them while still keeping my shoulders flat against that bench. Same on the way out as well. I'm not overextending. I see this too much, leaning off the machine here. Now, as soon as my shoulders come away from that bench, my front delt is doing work that it shouldn't be being asked to do. Number one problem I find with shoulder injuries, or the number one cause rather, is bench pressing wrong. It's not shoulder exercises. It's from leaning off the bench on either chest press, barbell bench press, or fly machine. That's probably the worst one. So yeah, keep your shoulders back, and we're just pushing nice and controlled. Next exercise. Next up, an old favourite, Lat Pulldown Machine. I like to grip as wide as possible on this one. We want to really attack the lats on this one. But similar to the seated row, the lat pull down is a victim of people not being able to feel the muscles working, mainly because we can't see them, and also because people tend to use too much momentum. Yeah, if I'm doing this, I ain't going to feel it. So today I want you to practice the same technique we used just next door on the seated row. So before every rep, pull those shoulder blades down, and then focus on pulling your elbows down. Now if you can keep the position like that, I don't need to reset it, because my shoulders didn't move into that stretch position. They did there, you see? So I'm going to pull back down. And again, it's almost like I'm splitting that rep into two halves. And what that will ensure is that my lats are doing the bulk of the work. And again, I don't wrap my thumbs on the bar. It's just so I can not zap my forearms as much. Next exercise. Next up, we're on the shoulder press machine. Now you might already be feeling your shoulders lightening up a little bit from the chest press machine previously. They are an assistance muscle on that exercise, and that could impact how much you lift here, so bear that in mind. Simple exercise, this one. We are simply going up and down. I like to get just under 90 degrees at the bottom if possible, and I like to stop just short of a lockout to try to maintain constant tension, because it's not about weight. I'm not trying to set a max on a machine. I'm worried about making my shoulders work more than anything else, so I'll try to keep constant tension throughout the entire set on this one. Next exercise. Our fifth exercise is a leg press. So, in this one, we're lucky enough to have a great leg press here at Powerhouse, by the way. I love this thing. All I want you to do on this one is to focus on creating a 90-degree bend if you can. Any more as a bonus on this, to be honest. We can't really on here because of the angle. But if you're getting 90, that's all you need. And you notice every time I'm pushing up, I'm stopping short of parallel there. I'm not locking out, yeah? Because if you've got a challenging weight on, we don't want your knees to take the brunt of that stress. We always want to make sure the stress is on the muscles. So we're coming up just short of that lockout. It just takes one Google of people doing a leg press wrong to put you off ever locking your damn knees out. And rightly so. And that's our 5 exercises, guys. Okay, so we have got seated row, chest press, lat pull down, shoulder press, leg press. Across them, we're covering our entire body. And most gyms, the reason I picked them is most gyms, even restricted ones, will have those 5. They're the main ones, right? So I hope your gym where you are has those 5. Now here's the method we're going to use today. Just get comfortable for you. I'm going to run through this in circuit fashion, okay? Which means I'm going to do my set on the seated row, then on the chest press, then on the lat pull down, then on the shoulder press, then on the leg press. And then I'm going to have a rest. And then I'm going to go back around and do the whole lot again. So I'm doing it like a circuit. If you're in a busy gym, you won't be able to do that because someone will jump on your machine. So you can just do your entire 3 to 4 rounds on the seated row, then 3 to 4 rounds on the chest press, and so on. Yep, do it like a normal workout. This is what we did last time in the Rage Against the Machine session. You just do what you can. I'm fortunate to have this gym here where I can do it when there's no one else here. But this workout still works if you don't have that situation, okay? The method we're going to use is something I call the 5-25 method. What I want you to do is load the machine up, so we've got the leg press here, load the machine up with something you'd normally use for about 20 reps. The first 5 of which, let me show you here. Let's get this. The first 5 of which I'm going to really slow down the tempo. And I'm trying to count 5 seconds on the way down and 5 seconds on the way up. Just really focus on squeezing all of the target muscles. After 5, we now do 25 normal. With the same weight if you can. If you have to turn this into a drop set, so be it. There'll be a lot of tension when you switch from those slow reps to those normal paced reps. Remember I said normal pace, not fast. That's 12, I'm burning already. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Woo! Alright, so This is my 5-25 method. Like I say, I'm going to run through all of these, try to take about a minute after each set. If you're doing it as a standard workout, or if you're doing a circuit style like me, you're in for a rough ride. But in that case, we do all exercises, one after another, because your muscles are getting a rest while you're on the next machine. And then when you get to the end of your circuit, take a couple of minutes rest, jump into the next one. We're going to try and get through this 3 to 4 times, depending how much time you have available to you. I'm going to run through it a couple of times in the gym, so you can see what it looks like. Enjoy. Here we go. is one round. Now, if this is going to be your full workout, I want you to either do 3 to 4 rounds as standalone sets and then move on to the other exercises, or do 3 to 4 circuits like I've just done there. We're about to shut up the gym for the night, so I'm going to leave this video there, but I hope you have fun with this workout. If you enjoy it, drop a comment down below, let me know how you found it, and if you want more of this type of stuff, just put it in there. I'll see you guys in the next video. Make sure to subscribe and like. Till next time. Just give that a minute.